In order for a contract to be enforceable, to be valid, it has to meet 5 essential elements of a valid contract. There has to be an offer and acceptance. It has to be for a legal purpose. There must be consideration. The parties have to consent, meaning they do it voluntarily, and the parties have to have the legal capacity to contract. So offer and acceptance is the first one, and it means one person makes an offer and the other person accepts it. I'm willing to pay you $450,000 in order for you to transfer title to me. Yes, I'll take that. Congratulations, we have a deal. Offer and acceptance. When there's an offer made, the person making the offer is the offeror, and the person receiving the offer is the offeree. Offer and acceptance. Legal purpose. This one's important because if you have a contract for something illegal, it's non-enforceable in court of law, which means I can't sue the hitman for not killing my enemy because it's not a legal act. So even though she didn't do what she was supposed to do, it ain't gonna fly in court. A legal act in order for a contract to be valid. Consideration. This one can trip you up a teeny tiny bit, so let's talk about what the word consideration is. Consideration, we always think of money, and money is one example of consideration, but consideration means something of value. So I could trade you my iPhone for your house. That's consideration. That's something of value. There has to be consideration, something of value. There has to be consent. It has to be a voluntary act, which means you can't go into Granny's nursing home and pick up her hand and put a pen in and be like, sign here, Grandma. She has to do it on her own. It has to be voluntary or it's not a valid contract and it won't stand up in a court of law. And the parties have to have the capacity to contract. So they have to be of sound mind, they have to be of legal age, all the things. Otherwise, the contract isn't valid. Remembering these essential elements of a valid contract are super important because if any of them are missing, the contract is not valid. It's void. Contract means a contract that is missing one or more of the essential elements of a valid contract. So valid contract means offer and acceptance, legal purpose, consideration, voluntary consent of the parties, and legal capacity to contract. If it doesn't meet the 5 essential elements of a valid contract, the contract is void. And then there's that middle one, voidable. So check out my video on valid, void, and voidable, where we dig into that confusing term and make it pretty clear. If you need more help in the real estate exam prep, grab my study pack. I cannot tell you how freaking amazing it is. It has electronic flashcards that help your brain remember stuff, and I've added audio and video recordings in there and practice tests, and I keep on adding to it. No matter what you do, do not freaking give up. You are not the only one confused, otherwise there wouldn't be a YouTube channel. So hang in there. Come back and check out the next video, and if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for another video, add it in the comments below. I'll see you at the settlement table someday soon.